2022, I lost it all.
Today, y'all, we gonna package up a big order.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Zania Shy, and this video is bittersweet. As you guys can tell from the title of the video, we have hit our 1 year mark. If you are watching this video, it is April 19th, and we have officially been in Arizona for 1 year. Like, yay us, right? So this journey was something. First of all, it was a very impulsive move because, well, I'm a very impulsive person. I like to just think of something, and do it. And that's exactly what this move was. I thought about it and I was just like, we're doing it. We're moving. So let's go to the beginning. Literally, the end of February 2022, I decided I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move. We gotta go. Like, I don't know where I'm going, but we gotta get out of here. We lived in Jersey. Y'all know the year prior to me living in Jersey, I've lived in Pennsylvania for too long. But I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. It was time to go. The tri-state area just wasn't doing it for me. The year before that, my dad had brought the boys out here to Arizona for 2 weeks, and they loved it. Okay, they loved it. If anybody wants to know why I moved to Arizona, my kids. Okay, yeah, my kids. So the end of February 2022, I decided it was time to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I asked the boys where they wanted to go. They said Arizona. Originally, I booked us one-way tickets to Arizona. We were gonna come from Koi Spring Break, and then I was on the tour, do some tours and stuff, and kind of just check it out for a week. The night after I booked our one-ways, y'all, I literally was just like, we're moving. Like, I said, no, we're not gonna visit. We're moving. So I got a refund on our tickets. Thank God I was able to do that. I got a refund on our flights. And then I started applying for apartments and applied for a lot of jobs, okay? All of the jobs called me back the very next day. Like, every single one called me back the very next day. The one that sounded the best is the one that I went with, which was my first job here. So I worked overtime, and I just worked for literally a month and 2 weeks. April 15th, we officially made our drop. Like, we had everything packed up in the truck. I'll post a TikTok, but we had everything packed up in the truck, and we left. It took us 3.5 days to get here. So we went through Virginia, we went through Texas, we went through New Mexico. New Mexico was our very last state. We went through Oklahoma, we went through Arkansas. We stopped in Virginia first, so our first rest stop was in like Mount something, Virginia. And then our second stop was in Tennessee. No, was it Tennessee? Yeah, Lebanon, Tennessee was our second stop. Our third stop was in Arkansas, and then our fourth and final stop was in New Mexico. So New Mexico was our fourth and final stop. It took us, again, 3.5 days to get here, y'all. So we left on that Friday, April 15th, and we got here, I believe, Tuesday, like in the middle, like right, like 7-something Tuesday, that Tuesday night or whatever, on the 19th of April. The very next day, we had things to do. Like, we had apartment tours, we had school tours, we just had so much stuff to, like, literally, I came to Arizona and hit the ground running and just was going. We were staying with, at the time, my dad's girlfriend. And then it was a whole big thing with that where she was like, we all had to be out by June 1st. So I literally had to rush into my last apartment. So within me rushing to my last apartment, I had started the job and stuff like 2 days after we got here. So your girl came out here with a job. That's the one thing I'm not going nowhere no more. I've learned my lesson from when I moved back to New York when I was a teenager. I'm gonna get a job first. I'll be living in and out of a car before I don't have a job. So I started working. We were staying there, and then she hits me with everybody got to be out by June 1st. Now let's keep in mind we are on May 1st. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Now I'm putting in the work because I'm like, I gotta find me and my kids a place. Like, we need somewhere to live. So I ended up finding my last place, which I'll post somewhere Ended up finding my last place after touring a bunch of places. I liked a lot of the places that I toured, but when I came here in the height of the spring, the rent prices were redonkulous. Like, one apartment I toured wanted $1,900 for a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, and I was just like, the fuck? Like, what does it come with? Do it come with a butler? Do it come with a maid? Like, self cleaning? What's going on? And so of course I didn't take that one, which I'm glad I didn't, because it was also in like a city I didn't really want to live in, because that city was like super fucking expensive. Excuse my French, just gonna be a lot of cursing, but it was expensive. So I ended up in my apartment, and then ironically enough, we moved into our apartment May 20th, which is Emery's birthday. We moved into our apartment May 20th. I ended up leaving my first job out here and starting my new job that month, following Monday, May 23rd. Right. Um, so I got to spend the weekend in my house, enjoy the apartment or whatever. Unpack what we, because y'all know we came out here with the majority of our furniture. I brought my bed, as you can see. I brought our couches. I brought our couch. I don't know if y'all remember, my dad had bought the boys a bunk bed. I just never put it together. Bought that bitch too. And basically, like, all my business stuff, all our clothes that we wore, which we still need new wardrobes. Like, y'all, it's a year later and we still are wearing East Coast weather clothes. Like, we're hot, okay? Especially me. I have nothing but sweatpants. Like, I'm hot. So in the midst of the second job, I'll post pictures of this part too. I made some friends at my second job. Well, I made some friends at my second job. Did a lot of going out. Made some mommy friends, which I thought was pretty dope. My kids ended up making friends, which again was really, really dope. Really, really dope. I enjoyed having, friends that I can do mommy play dates with, and then we turn around and we all just hanging out, and we drinking and we just talking, and we.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, I need a picture of this for the thumbnail. This is cute.
I don't know where to put my phone at. So
In my hand.
I'm like, send me stuff.
What else? So that happened. Made my friends. August, right after my one friend's birthday, literally the day after, like, her brunch and stuff, my car got repoed. Yeah. Y'all, I have the worst. I've had, Lord, forgive me, let me take it back. I have had in the past the worst luck with cars. So being as though I had to rush into my apartment, I got backed up on bills. Excuse me. So with me getting backed up on bills, it was either we homeless or we carless. At this point, I have kids. I'd rather be carless than homeless. You feel me? So they repoed my car. I said, okay, whatever. I was without a car literally for 2 weeks. I went to this place out here called Cactus Jack. I do not recommend. I don't give a damn. I do not recommend. If you live in Arizona and you see a Cactus Jack, run, okay? Run. I went because 2 different people gave me like awesome reviews from there. And I literally had my car for a month. So I got my car in September. So they repoed my car the end of August. I was out without my car for 2 weeks, literally. The second week of September, yeah, I got my car. Y'all, I literally drove my car for 30 days to the T, and my car wouldn't start. What? So now my car wouldn't start. So now I'm getting rides from my one friend because, we lived relatively close and worked the same schedule, like literally the exact same schedule. So that was that. She offered to take me. I'm like, hey, it's either that or we walk every day. And the walk was like 20 minutes for me, but for them, the kids made it like an hour. It was a lot. So for 2 weeks, for a week and a half, I was gonna ride to work from her. Then some stuff happened at the job where I felt very, very uncomfortable with the staffing situation, and I voiced it, but of course, I don't really take a lot of things serious, and people don't take me serious most of the time. So it was like, I felt like my concern that I voiced kind of just went over because we were understaffed or whatever the case may be. So in height of that situation, me and these friends no longer talked. All right, people come into your life for a reason. People come into your life for a season. I don't regret nothing. I cherish any friendship I've ever had, whether we still talk or not. Like, I still love them to death. It is what it is. Like, things happen. And in the midst of all of that happening, I applied for another job because I felt like, for one, with the amount of experience that I have, I wasn't making enough money. Again, everything financially falls on me, so I had to fix that. So then I ended up leaving that job. I worked like a week. My last week, left that job, started the job that I currently have now. In the midst of all of that, I had my car. So that was the month that I had my car. In the transition from one job to the next, I had my car, right? Then we get into my last check from my other job, and then my first check from the new job was not enough to cover my rent. It was not. And the apartment complex I lived in at the time didn't take partial payment, which I think is stupid because it makes it seem like the tenants are not trying to pay, but y'all motherfuckers don't want to take the half that they got, and then when they get the other half, they give it to you. Neither here nor there. So what happened was, because they wouldn't take partial payment, now I have the money, but the late fees are just adding up and adding up and adding up because they don't take partial payment. I applied for an assistance program, which took forever. Like, forever. And by the time that I got a response back from the assistance program, I was like 3 months behind. So the apartment complex was like, we'll take the check from these people, but not for you to stay, to cover your back balance. What? I'm like, are you serious? So I was like, all right, whatever. It is what it is. At the end of the day, like, shit happens. I gotta do what I gotta do. So then they try to do like a lockout. They try to do like, it's so much they try to do, y'all. Like, they try to finesse they tried to finesse me. So I ended up surrendering my keys on December 19th, and we moved out. Now, at this point, I still have this rinky-dink car that I hated. It was a Kia Soul, by the way. I fucking hate them. I hate Kia cars in general. I fucking hate Kia Souls, okay? So I'm driving around this little hamster car, and y'all, I had just got my car out the shop right when all of this happened with the apartment. So I'm like, all right, whatever. We ain't got no place to live, but we got a car. So I put all my stuff in storage and just packed like my suitcase, my big suitcase, and with me and the boys stuff. So it was basically Koi's uniform, because Koi wears uniform, and then like some clothes for Emery, some clothes for me. I made sure our clothes, mainly their clothes, was in storage in a way where I can get to it if we needed it. How about your girl was working 7 days a week from Thanksgiving till New Year's? Yeah. Because I knew the car wasn't reliable. So I'm like, I need to have money, because if they gotta end up putting this car in the shop again, I'm gonna need the Uber. At this time, now we're pulling up into December, and boom, the 19th comes. I surrender my keys. We move out. We ended up back at my dad's ex-girlfriend's house now. She's now his ex. We ended up back at her house literally for a month. This lady told me a week before my birthday. Now, my birthday is January 26th. She told me a week before my birthday, she's getting frustrated. She's feeling unappreciated. Could I find somewhere for me and the boys to go the day after my birthday? Lady, you know I ain't got no family out here. She knew I had nowhere to go, y'all. Like, me and my kids had nowhere to go. And for those of you who've watched and know that my dad is here, I know the first thing that's going to come out your mouth is, well, where was your dad? With whoever he was with at the moment, living his best life with somewhere to sleep. Fucked up, I know. But I get it. I understand. Life happens. People are used to, my dad is used to moving for himself. Of course, me being petty and the person that I am, I hold grudges. So I've definitely held a grudge on that for a while. I literally just allowed my dad to know where I live because I'm that petty. Yeah, but I've officially washed my hands because my dad was staying with me at my old place, and I did tell, like, he was working, and I told him, like, I needed help with the rent. He told me, yeah, never gave me a dime, never helped me with not a single bill. It was just more so I'll pick the kids up or I'll watch the kids. That was fine too. You know, somebody probably will be like, well, you should appreciate that. I do appreciate that, but at the same time, it's like, I am a single parent. You are my parent. You're in my household watching me financially struggle, and you are financially in a place to help, and you're not. So that's where my head was at with that. Anyway, so now we're going to come to after my birthday. After my birthday, we leave. We ended up staying with one of my staff for like 2 weeks. Y'all, it was a lot going on. Before my birthday, let's backtrack a little bit. Before my birthday, like a little after I surrendered my keys and stuff, this fucking car, the engine light is just on. Like, not blinking, check engine light, none of that. It's just on. So I take it to Midas and I'm like, my engine light is on. I don't know what's going on. My engine light is on. My car's riding funny. These people at Midas called me and told me, Miss, I'm sorry to tell you this. You either gonna need a new engine or a new car. That's the same thing, sir. That is the same thing. You telling me that I'm gonna need a new engine or a new car is literally a new engine is a new car. Like, there is no way. So I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, well, just take it to whoever you got it from, since your car's still under warranty. Take it to the service place. So I take it to the car Cactus Jack service place, and y'all, they took my car. They did the diagnostics. Got the same exact code that Midas got, which was like a knock censored system code or whatever. I haven't heard anything from them since. Right? They called me like January 7th or something, or like a week before January 7th, asking me for a payment to keep my account current. I said, I'm not paying y'all shit, and I'm not driving this car. I'm not giving y'all a dime, because the money that I'm about to give y'all is the money I'm using to Uber back and forth from Avondale to fucking Phoenix. Are you on drugs? I'm not giving y'all nothing. And I did not. So the day that I was supposed to actually pay them to keep my account current was the day that I got the car that I have now. Y'all. Like, what? Right. So we came here in a black 2011 Toyota Highlander. Loved her. Okay. Loved her. She got repoed in August 20th to be exact. 2022. 2022 can kiss my ass. We ended up in a 2013 Kia Soul. Hated her. But it was a car she got me to and from until she started breaking down. And yeah, it was engine problems. The first time she broke down, wouldn't start, engine sensor, something was. Listen, y'all just sold me a lemon and they want to accept the fact that y'all sold me a lemon instead of putting me in the car that I wanted, which I'm pretty sure I would still have. But that's neither here nor there. So then January 7th, I got a 2013 Toyota Highlander, which has everything that I wanted. Y'all, like, I said, my next car, I want to push a start. I wanted a sunroof. Only thing it has that I don't care for is leather seats, but Amazon made custom seat covers, so I ain't even worried about that. So that's that. We ended up with a car. Now we're still at the lady's house, and we're coming up on my birthday. My birthday, I worked. Didn't really do much but work. Then the day after my birthday, I packed up me and my kids' suitcase and all of our stuff, and we left. I went to work. I took them to school. I went to work. We left. I haven't talked to that lady since. She did text me a few weeks ago, and again, y'all, I'm petty, and I hold grudges. What do you want? Like, sis, what do you want? We have nothing to talk about. Unless I have mail at your house, which I'm pretty sure I don't, we have nothing to talk about. So I'm still like looking through apartments. So we're going to get back into the apartment thing. My last complex got paid, right? So the assistance program that I applied for, they paid my back balance when I moved out, when I surrendered my keys. Y'all, why this apartment complex tried to put on my credit that I got evicted? I did not get evicted. I surrendered my keys, and y'all were paid but y'all never updated it in y'all system. From me owing y'all, which had made it an open judgment, now it's an eviction. So it was like it was such a long process to get this apartment. Like, I applied to 2 other places and they both denied me and was like, oh, you have an eviction on your credit. Whoa, never had an eviction on my credit. Like, what? I didn't get evicted. I literally surrendered my keys and they literally got paid. Never updated it in the court system that they got paid. So now I had to go all the way back to, before I applied to my apartment now, I had to go all the way back to my old apartment, sit down with the leasing manager, like, listen, y'all need to give me some type of something stating that y'all were paid, because me and my children are sleeping in our car. We're homeless. We have nowhere to go. I have no family out here. All the hotels is booked up. I can't keep doing this. Like, I need something. And he's like, well, we have proof of receipt, proof that you paid it. I need that. I need a copy of that because it's popping up as an eviction. Y'all didn't evict me. I surrender my keys. That's not the same thing. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll get with the attorney, blah, blah, blah. Literally by the end of that day, I had emailed PDF of the receipt of satisfaction. Y'all bitches couldn't send me this a month ago. I could have been in a place. I had found a nice 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 12 something a month, y'all. On the 3rd floor, double entrance to the patio, banging ass size patio. Like, it was, only thing was, it was on the 3rd floor. So it was like, fuck, this little ass staircase trying to get everything. Whatever. I was sitting here thinking of how we gonna make it work. You guys are not, because of that. Applied to these apartments that my one friend lives in because I love them. Like, I might still try to apply because I love these apartments. They denied me too. I'm like, fuck. I ended up having to go through a locator service to find the apartment that I have now. Literally, the day I applied, she called me the afternoon and was like, hey, can you send me over a copy of the receipts of satisfaction because it just kicked back as a denial because of eviction. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Are you serious? So I sent it to her. Then I had to send her my pay stubs. Y'all, I had to wait an entire weekend. I did all this on a Friday. I had to wait an entire weekend. Mind you, I toured the apartment. I toured the unit. She was like, this is the exact layout of the unit. I'm like, all right, cool. She's like, granted, you apply. We got a special going on. You get approved. You'll move in on Wednesday, February 15th. I'm like, all right, cool. Cool. First of all, when I didn't hear nothing back by Friday afternoon, at first I got nervous. Then she called me and told me she needed the receipts. And I was like, I got nervous again because I'm like, damn, I hope, like, you know, they could fight it and be like, we'll give it to her. Y'all, I had to wait till Tuesday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. She called me and told me that I got approved. When I tell y'all I cried, like, I cried, okay? Never in my 30 years of life have I ever experienced homelessness. Not only that, I was homeless with 2 children. I have a friend out here that works for the state, for DCS, the people that come and take your kids. If she wouldn't let us stay with her for 2 weeks, we would have been sleeping in my car. Like, literally sleeping in my car. Now, I'm crediting myself because the old me would have packed up or sold all my shit and left and went back home and just gave up and was like, fuck it. No, not the new me. No. I literally kept saying, like, God did not bring me this far and put me through all of this for me to quit and go home. Not happening. But it was some good within that. So, backtracking a little bit again, I started my current job in September, and in October I got promoted to a manager. So I am now a group home manager, which was actually my goal in this field anyway, was like to be either a program manager or a group home manager. I have hit that goal. Y'all, it is now April 19th. And I have been a group home manager since October. I love it. I mean, it's stressful as it is. It's driving me nuts sometimes, but I love it. My entire company knew what was going on with me personally, and I still was going to work. No car, still Ubering it back and forth to work. Nowhere to live. Like, literally did not know where me and my kids was going to lay our heads after the lady told us we had to leave. And I still went to work. And I'm going to just throw in a tip from my last video where I said I hated being a parent. This right here, what I'm telling y'all right here, is one of the reasons why. Like, do y'all know how it felt? If anybody in the comment section, if any of you have ever felt what I felt, to be homeless with 2 small children. My kids are 7 and 2. I had to literally look my 2-year-old in his eyes one day when he was in a car crying. I want to go home. I want to go home. I had to look him in his eyes and tell my son, we don't have a home. That was the worst feeling ever. Ever. But one thing I did keep throughout all of that was my faith. I may not be big on going to church. I may not be a Bible thumper, but I do believe in God. And I know that he walks with me through everything that I do. Everything that I do. And in December, I literally made a post on Facebook and was like, 2022, I lost it all. I lost it all. We lost our place. We lost our car twice. I lost it all. Tenfold. I got it back. I got the exact same car, just a way better version, a way newer version. It's just, I'm in awe at my car. Like, I love my car, okay? I hate leather seats, but I love my car, okay? I still have my job. Through all of that, I still have my job. I now have a place. We are back in a 2-bedroom. I have my own bedroom again. Not only do I have my own bedroom, y'all, I have my own bathroom. And I still got my washer and dryer, because y'all know once I got my washer and dryer, I was not letting that go. I went from a 2-bedroom in Jersey to coming out here staying with somebody to a 1-bedroom. We were in a 1-bedroom in our last apartment. To losing everything. To a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Ain't nobody but God. Like, my mom was upset. I love my mom to death. She was upset. I literally had to explain to my mom, like, I cannot run to you forever. My mom is my best friend. Like, no matter what, I call my mom for any and everything. Like, time zone was killing me. It's still killing me. We were back to 3 hours. Killing me. But my mom will call me every day to make sure we was good, see if we was okay. I, again, thank God for my one staff for letting us stay with her for as long as she did. And also for my other staff for letting us stay with her for the last couple of days until we ended up in our place. And I was so nervous and so just like tail tucked about being rejected again for an apartment that I didn't say anything when I toured this place. I didn't say anything when I applied to this place. Like, I just literally did everything in quiet. And I'm glad that I did, because I feel like if I would have said something about it and put it in the universe at the time with all the negativity around me, I wouldn't have got it. I wouldn't have got it. And I wouldn't have known how to explain that to anybody. But one thing I can say is I am so fucking proud of me. Of me. If I'm not proud of nothing else I've done in my life, I am proud of what I've accomplished since moving to Arizona. I left all of my family back home. Just me and my kids. And drove cross country 3.5 days. We got here, we did good, and we lost it all. Lost it all. I, again, thank God that I kept my job. I was able to keep my job. I was in communication with everybody from my CEO down to my supervisor. Every single person, well, administrative wise, knew what was going on. No, none of my staff knew. And the crazy part about it is talking about it with them now, they're all like, you were homeless? You, like, y'all didn't have nowhere to live? Like, you couldn't tell. Couldn't tell. Y'all, I was washing my clothes at my group homes. Washing our clothes at the group homes. I had our detergent, our fabric softener, our dryer sheets in my car. My trunk, like, if you literally would have seen me 2 months ago, my trunk, we were living out of my trunk, out of a suitcase. And I'm proud of me, because the old me would have tucked my tail and went home. I would have went home, but I didn't. I didn't, and I thank God through it all. We actually had a night where I worked all weekend, and we ended up sleeping at the group home that I was working in on the floor. My kids have never had to sleep on the floor. My kids have had beds before they were even born. They've never had to sleep on the floor. And we were sleeping on the floor in the group home. And through all of it, through every single thing that I've been through from the end of August until February 15th, I was thanking God through everything. And I still thank him to this day. I lay in my bed in the dark and just thank him because I literally have faith the size of a mustard seed. Like, yeah. I didn't know how I was going to make it most days. I didn't know how we was going to eat. I didn't know where we was going to shower. But I didn't quit. And another reason I didn't quit was because I have two small people looking up to me. What example would I be giving them if through all of that I would have quit? I ain't never seen my mom quit. I'm pretty sure it's many a nights where she cried and wanted to, and I've never seen my mom quit. And that's another thing that kept me going. I stick to what I said. I do not like being a parent, but I love my kids to death, and I love them, and I thank them, and I thank God for giving me the drive to keep going for them, because it ain't for me. It's for them. It's for them. But we made it. A year later, we are still here. Everybody's alive. Everybody's healthy. We got a dog. we back in our own space. I have physically my own space where I can lock myself in my room and just... Wow. If I've learned anything about myself through this journey, I've learned that I'm stronger than I give myself credit for. I've learned that my impulsivity is my strength. I'm very impulsive. I've been impulsive my entire life. And once my mind is made up, I'm a do it type of person. And I still feel like, despite everything that has happened to us since we moved here, I still feel like this is the best thing I ever did. Not only for myself, but for my kids. I don't regret nothing. I look forward to new friendships once I get past my anxiety and get outside. I look forward to new friendships. I look forward to hopefully soon rekindling my old friendships, because regardless of what, I miss them. Those girls were the first group of girls that felt like my sisters and my cousins back home since leaving. Like, I, again, still don't regret nothing. And I just look forward to everything that's about to happen. Like, God had his hand on me, and he continues to have his hand on me. And if my story and me traveling from the East Coast to the West Coast with two small children by myself doesn't not even inspire anybody, but doesn't give anybody else the hope that they can do it too, I'm doing something wrong. No matter, especially to my single moms, no matter what you may think or what other people may be trying to put into your ear, you can do whatever the fuck you put your mind to. If you feel like you just packing up and leaving your entire family and everything, the life that you've known for however many years you've been on this earth, if you feel like that's what's gonna make your situation better and better you and your children, do it. Do it. Okay? Take that leap. Okay? I've taken a lot of leaps, but this was the biggest leap I've ever taken. And stepping out on faith and my gut and my impulsivity has been the best thing that I have ever done for me, and especially for my kids. I have boys. I have boys. They were in areas that growing up they would have, I mean, there's no guarantee that they'll be, white collar kids either, but they have a shot here. My kids have a shot at being something great by not growing up in the environment that I grew up in. And I'm happy. I'm proud of that. I ain't proud of that. So to everybody who stayed through this journey, for everybody who was here in the beginning and kind of fell off when I fell off because y'all know the content wasn't coming as often, I thank you. To everybody who has been constantly still to this day giving me so much support and just so many words of wisdom, so much advice, and just so much help, I truly, 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 truly thank you. To all the friends, associates, co-workers, and people that I've met in Arizona so far, I love y'all. I'm so thankful for the relationships, whether they've lasted, whether we, are still cordial, friends, whatever the case may be. I love you all. I just thank you. To my staff that let me and my children stay with them when we had nowhere to go, I will forever be in debt to you. Forever be in debt to you. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who believed in me when I said I was making this move. Thank you to everybody I've met here that is hearing my story and still believes in what else I have to come, what else I have to put out. Like I just thank everybody so much. I have maybe this much faith in myself in anything that I do. But this move has proven me completely wrong. I can do way more than I give myself credit for. Way more. And if I can do it, so can you. There is literally nothing we cannot accomplish as women, as mothers, as people. Sugar Ink is coming back, okay? I ain't forget, Sugar Ink is coming back. But again, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. If you have a similar story, share it in the comments. I would love to hear. If you have any more advice, I would love to hear it too. But I love y'all. I will forever love y'all, forever be grateful for y'all. And I will see y'all in my next video.